What is happening, y'all? I'm Steve Holmes. You are watching a special edition version of The Real because guess what, y'all? We got a president. Yay! Uh, Dr. Albert Mosley has been selected to lead Bethune-Cookman in its new chapter. He'll be the eighth president in the school's history, and I feel pretty good about it. It was kind of an awkward rollout because I think around 12:30 ish, there was Morningside put out an article or a memorandum or something on their website, and Bethune-Cookman has some serious sleuths because wow, somebody found it on their website, screenshot it, and it started going around, and basically it kind of let the cat out of the bag. I think a little bit sooner than I think the school may have anticipated. And so at that point, I'm like, uh-oh. Nonetheless, we got a president, y'all. And that is the single most significant piece of news that we've had on this campus and this school institution in several years. And there's a lot to feel good about. This has just been really kind of one of the better weeks, I would say, in a long time for the school. Raised all of that money on Wednesday. Kudos to the alumni and the community for nearly touching $1 million in 24 hours. And then 48 hours after that, we find out after, I don't even know how many years it's been, but after several years, 2021, so after 4 or 5 years, we've got a president again. And this time feels like, all right, we may be all right. We may be all right. I know there are some, how do I say it? There may be some people that may be on their way. I'm just because of the nature of how things have played out with the board and leadership. So listen, it's a good day. It's a good day. And the right people, I think, are in place now to help us drive the school forward. What I'm thankful for and what I think might not be getting enough credit, but I'm thankful for our board of trustees, more specifically Pete Gamble, chairman, vice chair, Jeff Branch, and search committee chair, John Crossman. I'm thankful for those three brothers right there, and the rest of the board, respectfully. They ran up. I mean, this was as clean a search. This was as straightforward, as transparent of a search that I think the school has ever seen. And normally, in past times, we don't get a chance to be on the inside of any of these kinds of things. And so they understood that there needed to be greater degrees of transparency. We don't need to see every single thing that the board is doing, but we need to see the lion's share of what they're doing, especially when it comes to big decisions. And out of the gate, when they changed the board, once Belvin Perry stepped aside and Pete Gamble was elected, you just saw like it was a black box that was painted black for the longest, and it was just like all of a sudden we were looking into a clear box and we could see everything, we could see everyone who was in there, and we saw what they were doing. That's really how it should be. I know we're private, and I know there's some different rules and things that we have to deal with, but at the very minimum, let the students, alumni, faculty, community, supporters, donors, let them know what's going on. And they've done that. And because of that, guess what? They ran, again, almost a perfect search. It was almost flawless. There were some things here and there, and I know some people may have felt a way about this candidate or that candidate, but big picture, we didn't have any drama, right? And when you just look, you go a couple 100 miles up north, up in Tallahassee. I don't know if y'all saw the news yesterday, but Marva Johnson was elected, and a bunch of people from FAMU went there just to literally turn their back to her as she was speaking for the first time as president. They don't like her, right? They don't want her there, fair or not. Like, that is a major issue. And look at us. Like, we're unified over here. Not to compare the two, I'm just saying that's what it could have been. Like we're not immune from that type of drama. We know this. But we got it right. We got the search right. I think we got the best candidate. No disrespect to the other two candidates. I just think Albert Mosley, moving on to him, I just think is the best candidate for right now. He's got experience. He's got time as president. He's been at the school before. It just feels like it's perfect timing for him, and he's coming into an institution that is like getting ready to go through, man, like you can just see it. Like the school is going through a big change, almost like a rebirth, a renaissance. And he's going to be able to lead that. And he's going to come into, it's not a ready-made situation. There's a lot that has to be fixed. We were just talking about the housing situation on last night. We had the SGA president, Segal Buchanan, who I'm sure is going to be eager to sit down with her new president and them get together and help solve some of the issues on campus. And again, there's just a lot of things that Dr. Mosley is going to be walking into, but I feel like I think he's the best person to understand how to navigate where the school is right now. It's like you got a bunch of issues you got to clean up, but at the same time, like the school is like almost out of nowhere, like beginning to thrive again. And those are good problems. Good problems. The housing issue is a problem. It's a good problem in the sense that kids are wanting to come to Bethune-Cookman again, because for a while there, if you guys remember, back in like 2020, 2021, I think enrollment had dropped to like 1,800. It had fell off a cliff. And when that happens, guess what? You got to cut budgets because you're not getting tuition. Remember, we are a tuition-driven institution. We don't get pot to go, as Mr. Wells says it, from the state every year. So we have to rely a lot on tuition. It's a private school, right? We still do get some state money, but the most of our money is derived from enrollment and tuition and room and board. And that's how we build our budgets. That's how we expand the school, by keeping it full. So again, it's a good problem that we're kind of bursting at the seams right now. But I understand, again, if you're one of those students who are on the outside looking in, that could be a problem. That is a type of deal and the issue that Dr. Albert Mosley, President Mosley, is going to have to figure out. He's not going to be able to figure it out by August. That is not the problem. You figure out in 2 months. I think they will try to mitigate and have some alternative housing things. But again, he's walking into a school that, again, is ready to take off. But it's like he's got to get up under the hood, man, and got to put a new carburetor in there. Got to change the oil. Got to put new tires on the car, right? Got to do all of this. There's a lot of maintenance that's got to be done on the school. I mean, a lot, and actual maintenance too. I know there's a big deal with deferred maintenance, and so there's a lot that he'll have on his plate. But again, I think he's the person to get us back on track. I'm excited to hopefully connect with him. I'll say it here that you, President Mosley, Bethune-Cookman University, as we move forward, you all have myself, our platforms, our channels. You all have us as a resource. Hopefully there's some type of partnership there that we can connect. And because we're not the news journal, we're not out to write hit pieces on the school or students or teachers or board members or presidents. Like, that's not our job. We're here literally to make the school look at its best. Sometimes we got to have some tough conversations, but a day like today makes me optimistic about developing a better, productive, and mutually beneficial relationship with the institution. More so because I feel like we kind of been doing our thing and the school's kind of been doing their thing. So yeah, that's me pitching to the school, by the way. We're here. All right. That's it. I just wanted to come on and give some thoughts and hope that everyone has a great Friday. I know this is a little bit out of our normal, but guess what? We got to talk about it. We got a president. Dr. Mosley is our president. We've been waiting for this. So I wanted to talk about it. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, if you're not following us on social media, please do so at the BCU on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube. But on that YouTube, we're trying to get to 500 subscribers. We're at 444. Y'all help me out. All right. I think that's it. I will see y'all next week. And we will be talking to, I think I can say this now, board trustee, vice chair, Jeff Branch. He and I will be setting some time aside to talk next week and chat about this whole deal. All right. So I will catch y'all next time. And yeah.